Hi, and welcome almost to our other boat here. We've been driving for 3 days up I-95 from Florida to Connecticut. We just pulled in, got our favorite pizza, Norwalk pizza and pasta, and so not the nicest day. We're kind of thinking our life's choices. We actually had to put on pants, right honey?
Pants?
Pants. We had to put on pants and long sleeve shirts. What a concept. So now we got to figure out
a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff where we're going to put stuff and got to get the bottom paint on and stuff like that.
It's a little after 2 in the afternoon, although it looks like it's about 5.
Yes.
And first thing we'll do is connect electrical 110 volt power. Then we'll fill the tanks, and then I've also disconnected the batteries, and the batteries here have each individual cells. I'm going to measure each individual shells of both the batteries, and we'll see, because some of them I know aren't as good as others, so I might mix and match them to make one really good battery. And then we have a 300 amp dumb fume battery,
lithium,
that's up at her sister's house
that we ordered.
But here's the boat. Through the window, of course, because I don't want to go out there. It's cold and wet. Oh, honey, what are you doing? All right, so anyways, here's the boat. This is Blue Moon Senior, and that's the entry up there, and they put a zippered entry in it, but I think I'm gonna have to cut it away because I got to stick that ladder into it. It's always a little precarious too. Once it's there, I lash it 6 ways to Sunday. You can see some little lines down here, and those I tie so the ladder can't slide from side to side, because every year people get killed and maimed just because they're not thinking about what they're doing. Anyways, other than that, we've got lots of crap piled up.
Somehow we always end up with an entire car.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
Then somebody gives us a Spectra water maker, and oh boy. Anyway, so I think Donna's had enough pizza. She's probably ready for her. You're ready for your nap now?
No? Ready to get going.
Okay, all right. So we'll do power first, then we'll do water. Then we'll worry about other stuff, and then the 12 volt system.
Right.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. I just climbed the ladder up onto Blue Moon. Jim is working forward, getting the water and electrical passed down. I'll go down below, and he's put a couple of holes in this cover so that we get some air, fresh air in, because boat's a little musty after 6 months being closed up. But she's in good shape.
Filthy.
Filthy, but good shape.
It's a little confusing what's going on. It's the plastic cover the marina puts on, but we put on the frame that we made.
Right. We've reused this frame. We've had it for, I don't know,
6,
7 years. Yeah, it's just EMT tubing,
right,
and a little bit of wood.
Those are the solar panels.
Yep, you can see
Typically we push them out in the summertime. They're just close together because they take less of a beating.
Right.
This is the mast, the main mast that sticks up on the fly bridge.
Right.
I didn't even look up there.
I'll take a peek. It looks good up here. So we have our sailing dinghy. It's actually a 14-foot Blue Jay, and then
under there somewhere.
Yeah, under the 2 sea kayaks. We got some good toys, and then we have some extra solar panels here. All looks good, love.
I'm wondering if I should open that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Put a couple holes there.
Sure.
It's hard getting the air down below is the problem, and it really needs, it's musky.
Yeah.
Musty.
Yes. That.
This will help, but
Yep.
yeah, let me do that.
Okay, and I'll go start attaching the hose.
If you can attach it, I don't think it's long enough.
Okay, I thought we had 2 of them that we used.
do. I just don't know where the other one is.
Okay.
It's in back there.
All right.
Somewhere.
In Fred.
Somewhere. Let me open up some holes there.
Okay. We never know what to call some of the lockers aft, so we called one Fred, and then we have 2 smaller ones that we call Lucy and Ethel. And that way we know what we're talking about. Everybody thinks we're a little nuts, but I guess that's what we are. Galley is a little bit disheveled, but not too bad. We had saved a few things that could possibly freeze and open up, so we had left those in the galley kitchen sink just in case. And our poor garden is worse for wear. All right, that's it for the moment. Let me get to work. All right.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
I always seem to be on my knees in front of you.
Yes.
Let me show you. This is the main water tank we're filling. These are the steps coming down. And then this is the main bilge, or forward bilge, I should say. So it's okay, I just put some more water in. It was full of antifreeze. Everything else here, the sink had antifreeze in it. This is the showers full of antifreeze. So what we'll do is we'll fill the tank full of water here. Then I'll purge the antifreeze. Then we'll connect up the hot water heater because that doesn't get stuff in it. Because if you put antifreeze in it, you'll never get it all out. All in all, the boat looks pretty good. It's the forward cabin. Beds up, of course. You don't leave anything down. This is we call it the mother-in-law cabin.
Or the walk-in closet.
Right, or the wick. It's actually the wick. The walk-in closet is what we've named it. The mattress pieces are up, blankets, everything's hung up. You don't want anything folded down so it can get damp or different humidity. It's a little claustrophobic. All right. Should we, here, you can give them the 10-cent tour. Should we throw these sheets in the dryer that have been sitting here? I'd like to wash them, but we don't have time right now.
Right.
And the dryer works pretty well.
Yeah. So I'm trying to put the galley back together. We have a Berkey that we use here for making water taste better and get out any impurities. Trying to clear out what we had moved around for safety purposes. The main salon, a bit of a disaster, but we'll get to that in due time. All right, we are trying to get our water system going. So Jim has it set up and I'm trying to get all the pink stuff out of it. So that's the hot side. That's looking pretty good. Let me try the cold side. Ah, there's pink. And that's looking much clearer. Okay, I think we got some water system going. Let me see if I can rinse off what's on the seat here. Oh, I guess I better see if the shower sump is on. So instead of trying to cart all this stuff up a ladder, what we do is Jim uses a line to haul it up.
Only chumps carry things up ladders. It's dangerous, and why are you hauling your entire fat corpus up and down when you just want to haul this stuff up?
Right.
Yeah.
Ready for a big box?
Yep. See if I can do this without blowing out my back.
I know. Slack.
Oop. I was using a foot cleat, honey.
Foot cleat. Better than a butt cleat.
Probably find a better clip than that. Yeah, get it centered.
Centered?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Out of the way.
Good. Because if this fell on you, it would be bad.
Yeah. Here comes the winds.
Thank you so much.
Big day today, getting rid of the winter cover. Jim is cutting it away.
What's that?
Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey. We're removing the cover.
Right.
I gotta pull, this one's ready to come down if you want to let me by.
Okay, I'll let you by.
And then,
Look, sunlight amongst
Here,
our
honey.
dirt and dishevelment.
so what we do is we cut the cover. And on a good day, it falls apart. And a nice thing, they did tape it in a lot of places.
Yeah. So add extra.
Always be careful when you're
Yeah, when we're wielding a knife.
wielding a knife, as I can attest and have almost humorous stories
Almost.
of me ending up in Dr. Kim's office
Yes, yes.
or Dr. Wu tried to fix me up with his chubby daughter.
She could cook.
She's a good cook. You know it's bad when you know the doctors by their first names and
And their daughters.
they want to hook you up with their daughter. Yeah. Anyway.
This one's stuck on something.
Yeah.
Want me up on the flybridge?
No, let me get it. Let me see. I think I can just pull it down.
Okay.
Sometimes they tape it. And of course, we're a long way from a very hard fall, so you take your time and you always figure, where's my foot, where's my knife, where's my face in relationship to my knife.
And hold on.
And when you're done with a section, don't just start walking with your knife. Put it away so you don't get hurt. And of course, the best thing to do is to actually use scissors. It's much harder to slice your hand open, although.
Yes, dear.
All right, it gets caught on this foam here.
Yeah.
All right, that was the easy part.
Yep.
That was the fun part.
Look, now we have a
Oh.
view.
Well, how did we get here?
This is Norwalk Cove Marina, where we've had our boat for 30 years or so.
Yeah, decades and decades.
Decades and decades.
I know. How is that possible, Jim? You being a young man and all.
At least in your
My wildest
mind.
dreams. All right. And it is a bit of a trial, but you know, so is a house.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what our poor dilapidated thing looks like. And she actually came through the winter pretty good. She's not too dirty. That's usually the problem. These guys that put on the plastic are very good. We used to do this, but we don't do it anymore. And if there's a sharp thing sticking out, they'll cover it. They also put extra lines on my cover. I did the bent, you see the bent EMT tubing.
That's
For the frame.
remarkably well.
And that's like,
That one's a little crooked.
it's like 8 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was always crooked. And these things can really take a beating.
Yeah, you get
In the-
winds
in the winter. All right,
Yeah.
let me start here, and this whole thing will probably fall and make a mess.
And of course, try not to score the hull when you're doing this.
Right.
Jim's very careful and very good.
Or your fingers.
Or your fingers.
I'll switch to scissors for this one. This is 6 mil polyethylene, and it's really nice stuff. Sometimes if it's under tension, all you have to do is something like this.
It doesn't make that sound on its
No,
own.
no,
but-
that was my interpretation.
Whee! That was a good one.
does-
That got the whole side.
Water.
Yeah, it does trap a little water.
All right, and the marina's very good about this. They have a place to get rid of it, and they will actually come and get it.
And recycle.
And it all gets recycled, or at least hopefully.
That's what they claim.
Well, it's a lot. What is this, 50 pounds?
Yeah, per boat.
Probably more than that.
And there's 1,000 boats.
For hundreds of boats.
Yeah.
And it should be, it's not polypropylene, it's polyethylene. It actually shrinks when you heat it.
Right.
So you cover the boat with it and you come back with this horrible heat gun, but it's not heat,
It's a propane torch, basically.
Basically, with a wide front on it. And it goes, and as soon as you hit this, it shrinks together.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. It really worked quite well.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So we got to sand all this. This is pretty good, but you still have to rough it up.
Right.
And
And a few chip
usually
spots.
use a Porter Cable random orbital 6-inch that does this, and it does a great job, but it's real heavy, and arthritis doesn't help when you're doing
Age,
stuff.
too.
Ah.
Ah! Gravity.
So yeah, that happens. So we bought a little 6-inch Bosch or 5-inch Bosch that's about half the weight. It won't do the same job, but it's a lot easier on your hands. We do have some interesting projects like this.
Yeah, we got to figure out what's going on.
Well, I know what's going on.
Electrolysis.
Yeah, the last surveyor we had, this is where water comes out, and it creates this area around it. And this is bronze and this is zinc, so about as far apart as you can get.
Right.
And what I'm going to do, and we're still not sure exactly what happens, but you can see it's a round pattern. If it was just fluid coming out of here, it would just go up or down. So this is actually electrolysis thing, and I'm gonna super clean this, and then I'll epoxy this so the bronze is not in direct contact with the paint. We've got 2 here and then 2 on the other side, and then these are sink, shower. I don't know why they had to do that. That's a holding tank out if you ever use a macerator, you're offshore. And let's see what the other side looks like. Valve thruster. I think I gotta change this sink. You can see how it's dissolved away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at least 50%. So,
Right.
and it's a pain to get at, but I think I'll do that. I've got one in
Good.
abeyance. This is where the electrical connection's made, and then I caulk it. I put it on with caulk. So you can see the propeller in there. It really has paid for itself in insurance costs.
And we're pretty good at maneuvering
I'm
single
okay.
screw. We grew up with single screw sailboats, but must admit that it's really
it still
nice.
pay for itself.
It's
You
really
do
nice.
dozens of dockings in conditions that you can't control.
Less than favorable. Yeah.
Less than favorable. That's what I meant.
Oh, got a little bit
I'm
of
not in
chipping
charge,
still.
man. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah. It's right under the sink outie there. I don't know if that does anything.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. This was the original paint, and it looks like it didn't adhere. Almost looks like it wasn't sanded. I don't
Yeah.
think this was us. We wouldn't do that.
No.
So this was years and years ago.
Though it's nice to have a different color underneath. I've
Yeah.
heard a lot of people doing that just so that you know right away if
There's
your
a
paint
problem.
is not adhering.
Yeah. Well, we've always done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the original. We never touched that.
Yeah.
So this'll have to be taken. You know, you scrape off as much as you can. You don't have to borrow trouble, because this isn't the end of the world. You know, like somebody would look at it and go, "It's all peeling. Strip the boat." Well, that's
No.
thousands, and there's no good need for it.
No.
You can see there are no barnacles stuck here.
Right. So we'll
you-
just feather it in and
You poke off. You can see right here. This is last time.
and
I had-
that.
I-
Yeah.
Peeled off all the loose and then just painted over it, and you know, this is fine. This isn't a race boat. You know, there's no reason it has to be super clean.
Right.
The engine intake looks good,
Yeah.
and air conditioning
Yeah.
intake looks good. Just a couple little barnacles, this is where the strap is when they haul the boat, and we'll have to. It's not much here, but we'll have to sand this
and clean.
Oh, and there's a look at that. Oh,
Oh.
Found another one, honey.
Oh, good.
And I stripped it
Oh,
all down.
scored it a little. That's all right. We'll fix that.
So we'll go through all this, clean all this up. Ah,
Dear.
this has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And you know, I could have probably just painted over this and gone another season, but we're going to do a little bit more work on the bottom this year.
Right.
So we might as well just clean it up. It's interesting. This is at the water, near the water line.
Yeah.
This stuff.
All this.
Because that's usually the easiest part to work on.
Yeah, but it also gets the most turbulence.
But she's pretty clean.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.